It's thinking.
Oh, the broadcast is live. Whoa, that's scary. That is scary.
We are live. We are live, and thank you, Billy Griffin. Hello, folks, and thank you for joining us today. I apologize about the hour delay. We have a little bit of technical difficulties that we're working through, and thanks to Mr. Billy Griffin, who jumped on with me, we were able to continue moving forward. So in just a second, I'll give a little introduction to him. Obviously, everybody, if you don't know him, I should say, which I'm sure everybody does. But please, if you're watching, comment where you're watching from. Let us know if you're watching on the replay. And if you got a question for Billy, if we don't get to it during the show or during our talk, we will definitely come back around and answer it afterwards. So now that I have all that out of the way, hi, Billy.
Hello, Kimberly.
How are you doing today?
I am well. Hold on, let me show you. Now I'm doing really well.
Happy hour.
So I was yes. Cheers. Yeah, it's been a fun, great, crazy week already. And you called and said, "Hey, there's some technical difficulties. Can you jump on?" And I'm like, "Hey, let's wing this." So I know Ronnie was supposed to do it. I was going to have a nice, pretty blonde wig to represent Ronnie, and could not find blonde. I found a brunette and a redhead. I didn't feel like being a brunette or a redhead today. So this is in honor. I know she's going to be on tomorrow. So
yes,
we at camp, the next person steps up, and that's what we do. So
yes. That is very true. She was figuring it out. I was trying to figure it out. I was like, hey, I'll be texting the backups and whoever I get, so we worked through it. You guys definitely came together like always. So it was pretty awesome. This is your first time live, right?
First time live with you. Yes, absolutely. So
not your first time on camera, because little did many people know that you were somebody that also used to be an actor, despite Mr. Sam.
That's true. That's true. I was also in theater at Texas A&M and did some commercials and did some radio work and yeah, that was definitely not the path that ended up, which is probably a good thing. So I'm definitely happy that I'm in the multifamily business now, acting and trying to be comfortable in front of a camera. So
yeah, well, you do a great job. How long have you been at camp? Or I mean, I know, but I'm just going to act like I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to ask you.
That's fine. 7 years this July. I've been with camp, so it's been a quick 7 years.
Wow.
Prior to that, I was with Century Air Conditioning Supply for 20 years.
Uh-huh.
Jumped into the flooring business for about 2 years and jumped out of that as quickly as I could because it was a beast. Rough. It was crazy. So yes, I learned. They always say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And
Amen.
2 years felt like about 30 years. So it was nice to move on to something else.
Yes, definitely. I get that. That was When it came to flooring, I always you have to be very skilled. Long time, my hat goes off to some of those folks that are out there. So
absolutely.
So tell me how you're handling all this, work from home, COVID. Even though I know you go in. Oh, first off, let me give some shout outs before you answer this question. Thank you, Laura Lestis and Derek and Eddie Yarmer and Diane for joining us. Before Billy answers this question.
You say, how are we handling it? I think like a lot of folks, we're, people are concerned. Is this the new norm? And we're all saying, no, it's hopefully temporary. Yes, we're all learning every day. I'm going to kind of rewind about 5 or 6 weeks ago. We were in the middle of rodeo. Oh. And most of our customers that know us know that rodeo is
huge.
2-day grind on us. I mean, we're up there, there's a couple of management conference shows at the same time rodeo's going on. So we're literally, morning till nights entertaining, crazy schedules. And right around, I guess the 14th or 15th, when they canceled the rodeo, it was kind of like, wow, we were all geared up and amped up and ready to go, only to be told to go home and shelter in place. And
yeah,
I think everybody thought it would be like a temporary, a week or two. And as time kind of went on, it became a little more like, oh my goodness, you're forced to learn. Technology now. We're all having a lot of Teams meetings. We're all
Yeah.
really well with teams and sharing ideas and sharing things. Zoom meetings, Zoom happy hours. It's been while it's been a little frustrating at times because we are social creatures. We want to get
Yeah.
out, and people that know me know I like to hug people and like to interact and just have a good time. It's hindered some of that, but again, I think that in the next 4 weeks, people are going to slowly get back to normal, and we're going to start the trade show season will kick back off again sometime this fall, and we'll be right kind of back into some type of, again, we keep saying the new normal, whatever that is. But
Yeah.
family, we've been able to reconnect, which has been awesome. Miranda, my oldest, has been at school for the last couple of years, and I felt like she was kind of gone. The bird flew out of the nest, and
Yeah.
she's back in the nest.
You guys took a big trip, like it seemed like
Yeah,
just yesterday, when the family, outing and spending more time when they were going off to college, and
that's
now
it.
everybody's home at once.
Now everybody's home at once, fighting over who gets to have the office because we have a Zoom call or have a class. Miranda and Chloe are both, their schools have kicked back off, and it's like, hey, I've got to be on for this, or so one of us will be in the dining room, one of us will be in the bedroom, and one of us will be kind of here in the study, and we try not to get too loud. Obviously everybody knows me, I'm loud, and could like to tell a really boisterous, wild, crazy story. So my kids are like, Dad, shh, take it down a notch. So it's been fun. We've had a lot of over the last 4 or 5 weeks, a lot of meals together, lunches together, dinners together, wine together,
beer together,
beer together. So it's
birthday parties, virtual birthday. Brandon, I had a virtual birthday party for Brandon last week, and I was originally planning a surprise, party for him. I'm glad I didn't try and get a bunch of people to come in from out of town before I started putting that together. But yeah, it's definitely different for sure.
For sure.
So you talk about what we're normally doing, especially right about now, which, by the way, thank you, Brooke, for joining us, and Ronnie. We can't wait to talk to you tomorrow, Ronnie. We got, oh wow,
Amanda Shabandi, Kim Stendy, Kyle, Valerie,
say hello,
Amy Murphy,
everyone.
Lots of people. That's good.
Yeah. So tell us, you brought up a good, when we were talking beforehand about what the new normal look like. And normally at this time, we're all getting ready for TAA. TAA is what we would be doing. This would be, are we on Wednesday? Is it Wednesday?
Yes, right? Wednesday.
Would be opening party.
We would be at the opening party. We would have left the golf outing.
Yes.
Fundraiser. We would have left that. We would be getting ready for the opening party. Again, people like to say, well, what's the big deal? It's just a little small show. It's like, it's like 3,000 of our best friends, customers, and people we associate with. So we're networking. And again, you say party, gosh, that's all y'all do. Well, it's a party, but then you get up the next day, and tomorrow it's all kinds of meetings and speakers and educational, events for many of our customers. And Kimberly's going to show off her camp. She's one of the few that has the camp tool pouch that we got 6 years ago for Valentine's Day. Yes, my wife is still mad. Don't let her see that because
I'll probably have to delete it out.
But yeah, this is usually
I can't really take it back now, Billy.
it's this week is usually like finals week. If you're a kid in college, there's so much built up because there's we have every salesperson and account manager and our whole team is there at TAA, and it's juggling schedules and juggling meals and meeting with customers at different times. And when you get to Saturday night or Friday night and they do the final big black tie gala and everybody, I usually come home on Saturday and literally just crash and talk to anybody. Don't want to, Amanda, Billy, can you jump on a June call?
Yeah, I was about to tell you. And Brooke wants to know what you will miss from COVID. So we'll give it to that.
Oh, yes. Yes. But anyway, and everybody on this would be at TAA. We would all be there together celebrating. So I will toast everybody saying cheers. Cheers to us not being at TAA, but they've rescheduled it for September. So this is going to be great, and we will have it, and we will all get to have a good time. So
Yeah, just not hug each other. I told somebody the other day on the TA call that like I need somebody to make some sort of like giveaway that holds my hands to my side so I don't go and try and reach out to hug people.
see, I think I want somebody to make me a really nice, not a name badge, but a necklace that says, hugs, because
Yeah.
I'm not afraid. I mean, if people are going to hug me, if I get the flu, okay. If I get the COVID, I don't want it, but I get a lot of my endorphins clicking in my mind from hugging people and from just that energy. So I'm not going to be the first one to go in, but I'm going to say, hey, look, I'm giving hugs away. If it's been a long time since you had one, come get me one. And then when people see a lot of people giving me hugs, they're going to go, oh no, we're not giving him anymore because he's touched too many people. So
random strangers.
Random strangers.
If you want a hug, Billy is there for you.
Billy, that's right. Derek said drinking on the job. Derek, it's after the job. I was told I could have a glass of wine.
Hello,
since
Derek.
I was filling in for Ronnie.
Yes, and when you get yours scheduled, you will be able. Did you not? You will be able to have the beer of your choice or the wine.
Yes, Amanda. Everybody should curtsy when they get together and do old school. I like that. That's exactly.
Yes.
So,
yes. What
exactly.
would you? So to answer, since in the effort of since Brooke threw out a question, what will you miss from being what will you miss from COVID?
I really am going to miss the family time. We the other morning we sat outside and the breeze was blowing. There was no TV on, no anything, and the birds were chirping. And it was just so tranquil and peaceful. And the kids were with us, and just, I get to spend so much time with my two daughters that I'll never get back. Yeah. And so that's what I'll miss. I'll miss, me and Brooks, she said, cheers. We had a happy hour with her and her team to kind of reminisce about the rodeo. And we try to set stuff like that up. Hey, we're going to come to Austin. We're going to set up a happy hour. It's so hard to make stuff like that happen. And now that we have Zoom, it's going to be a lot easier to make things like that happen and say, look,
we've always had Zoom, but now that everybody's
willing
to use it, I've been using Zoom long before there was a virtual background. I always knew that I had to have something pretty and planted because I come from that production world, but we've always had Zoom.
Yeah, I remember seeing the little icon on my laptop, and I never really clicked on it or knew what it did. I was afraid if I clicked on it, it would video me doing something dumb, and then I would, it'd be on there forever. So
yeah. No, the times that the way that we have figured things out to connect with others, I definitely love and enjoy, and it makes me happy that people are more open to turning on their camera no matter what they look like, warning people in advance but it's just not such a big deal anymore, and that is, we will get to see so many more people, I feel, as well, because we're able to do a Zoom. Let me see your pretty face. Let me see those smiling, those pretty eyes, smiling face, everything. Like I'm excited.
It's also, everybody's always been afraid, when you're on a conference call, it's always a shh, you're telling the kids and the dogs and now it's been, I've been in here where Miranda will walk behind me to go get a book, or Chloe will do something. And, we were on another call and, somebody's like, hey, is that your daughter? No, Miranda was on one yesterday with all the nurses from A&M because they had something going on. And I had to take the dog outside to go behind her. And some of the girls like, is that your dad? Tell him to come over here. And I happened to have on my Texas A&M nursing shirt. And they're like, oh, your dad's representing. This is great. And it's like, okay, I can't believe I'm in the middle of their conference call now from going out to walk the dog. This is so yeah, awkward, but it was funny. And that's going to make people, sorry, I dropped my phone, make people see more human. We're human. It's okay to, as you said, not have my hair parted exactly perfect, or, it's okay to just be ourselves around each other. That's awesome.
And to understand and have more patience for technology, and those that don't understand technology. I've had the best joys of sharing with some of my friends how to do lives and how to do Zoom that never did Zoom before, what to consider to make their lighting better, what to consider to make their audio, but like that definitely been something that I have enjoyed. I I just got asked by HAA, and Susie Bob sent me the flyer that I'm going to get to teach the supplier education June. Amanda's on here, so she'll tell me. But June 5th, I believe, we're gonna do it. It said live or virtually, one of the two. So I'm excited about that.
I'm gonna say a couple hellos. Hello, Debbie Bruckner. Hello, Laura Letzis. Hello, Mary and Whitney. My hair is always perfect. Thank you, because I work hard. You know, a lot of people are frustrated about these not getting the COVID haircut, and I can promise you,
You don't have to worry.
you with this guy, because I have plenty of razors and I go in and get it done. I can tell you that my daughter, my youngest, is now has purple hair because she decided she wanted to go completely purple because she wasn't seeing anybody. The rest of the family has kind of got different color hair. I don't really know. It's kind of some stuff growing in, so I won't really pick on them, any of them. I'll just tell you that it's not what I've seen in the last 4 or 5 weeks ago. So it's kind of neat, but it was fun to see Chloe just say, "Hey, I'm going to just go purple." So
That's hilarious. It is. That you're picking on those that cannot do our roots in general, because you don't need to worry about that. That's not nice, Billy.
that's true. That's true.
Well, Laura was nice enough to confirm that it is June the 5th. So there will be a supplier education virtually coming from HAA and this one. So I'm excited about that.
Well, congrats. They picked a good one. They picked somebody that can help
Aw.
lead a conversation and make everybody feel really comfortable. I know people go, "Oh my gosh, I got to talk. I'm going to be like super nervous." And then you get on and it's like you just natural and relax and you're good.
Yeah, you just kind of go with it. You roll with all of it. If you could do this, I'm going to ask your audience, because we have a lot of people on. If there is something that, say once a week, that somebody from camp, whether it's Billy or it's Derek or it's Ronnie or it's you name it, could answer, what would you guys feel? What would be of value to you as the audience that's out there watching right now? So we'll just give it a second while Billy and I chitty chat, um, and figure out what tips, what's something fun, but of course the quality time. But have you started watching any kind of Netflix, series, or is there something other than your regular workout that you're doing?
Yeah, we started watching I think it's the I'm a Serial Killer or Confessions of a Serial Killer. So it's
Okay.
45 minutes, and it's been interesting to watch a lot of these people who get put on death row, and so many of them. And again, I've always had my opinion about, well, if somebody makes it to death row, they've obviously, man, they just screwed up so bad. I mean, they're guilty of something in their life, and if they get that far through all
Yeah.
the hills and everything else, they're going to they deserve to be there. And then you watch some of these and it's like, you get, a lot of them, okay, people come from broken homes and they use that. People come from broken homes and actually go on to live very successful, good lives. But it's been interesting to have dialogue with my kids about some of this, how people get in the positions, and then they make bad choices. And it's like,
Yeah.
we make bad choices all the time and do things where you're like, I probably shouldn't have done that, or I probably shouldn't have said that, or probably, but I'm not on death row for some of these poor choices. And because we have, guidance and have, certain, I don't know, it's just been real interesting to have conversations after the fact of
Yeah.
some of these shows. And I don't know, we could go down a whole, I'm going to stay higher level on that, but it's just, I feel bad for some of the people that are there because
Yeah.
they're put in positions where they have to defend themselves but other ones just, hey, I was driving down the road and wanted to do something bad and wanted to end up shooting this guy. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
what? I mean, how does somebody get to that point in their life? So
That is definitely, let me tell you, that is definitely.
and then I realized they lived in the COVID, and that's how they got to that point because of the stress, and they're ready to kill somebody.
Well,
So,
I would like to say that it's probably somebody who didn't want to deal with their stress, or that didn't want to just, it's because of, thanks to the millennials and all the younger generation that made mindfulness and anxiety and depression more, like aware that it's a real thing, that we just, oh, we'll put, oh, you're fine, don't worry about it, let's just move on, and all those different things. I do feel like because of I don't have any children, so I'll say because of your children and my niece and my nephews, that we're more sensitive and open to hearing that side, to which we need, because I wouldn't be making it through COVID if it wasn't for some of the, the scenarios and the conversations I've had with my nieces and my nephews that are, the same age, as Miranda and Chloe. So
yeah, you're right. You're right. It's been interesting, and it's also been kind of fun to watch. We've tried to live by the rules for the most part, but there's been a few kids that we know their families and they haven't been out doing a lot, and so one or two will come spend the night, and we kind of visit about what their family's doing, and of course they're home, not going anywhere. Nobody can go do a lot.
Yeah,
and it's just been interesting to kind of hear them talk about how they've reconnected with other siblings and or their families. So I think that if we threw the blanket thing out there, Brooke said, what are we going to miss from this? I think it's going to be the family time, but I also hope that we can remember that when things get back to normal, to how important it is to, as you said earlier, let's do a teams meeting with the family. And even if we're all in different cities doing different things, because I do travel quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it's real easy for me to turn that on and turn that off and come home and want to just isolate and be by myself, because I'm like, man, I'm tired of talking to a lot of people. I'm tired of entertaining. I'm tired of on. I want to have the little off button that just shuts down for just a minute. So it's kind of it's going to be kind of nice, hopefully, to remember that and have each other to remind, hey, remember during the COVID virus that we did get some positive things out of it. So
yeah, absolutely. I did find it kind of funny that one of the first conference calls I got on, and somebody said, what are you liking about this, time? And some people said the reconnection with their families or their wives, and then somebody else said, oh, do we have a visitor?
Yeah, we have a visitor. Miranda just decided to pop in.
Hi,
Miranda. She's like, no, I don't want to be live.
Okay, well.
Say, hey.
Hi.
Yeah. So.
I was gonna tell you that I just ordered, they're shipping the Aggie ring to me next week.
She got her Aggie ring shipped next week. Yay! Woo! Awesome. That's awesome.
How is it going?
Those of you that are all on this call.
How's the
what?
Is it gig 'em? What's the little thing? How do they do that hand gesture?
Oh, yeah, gig 'em. Use thumbs up, gig 'em. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, I mean, obviously I think most of you know that I'm an Aggie diehard, love A. Daughter goes there and she didn't get a ring. So my granddad gave me his class of 1944 ring.
Yes.
And at the time he gave it to me when I graduated, it was one of those things where here I'm 21 years old and I'm graduating, and somebody gives you something like this and you go, hey, thanks. I mean, I've got a ring. Why are you giving this to me?
Yeah.
And it doesn't really sink in until you become a little older and you have more of the traditions and you hear more of his life when he was at school and how they did things. And, so it was really special, especially after he passed away. It was really, pretty neat.
Yeah.
And so since Miranda didn't get one this past weekend, I gave her my granddad's ring.
I saw that.
Well, I think she's the same way. I think she's kind of like, Dad, right? I mean, it's not mine. I'm not going to wear it. But I think that hopefully as she gets older and learns a little more about all the traditions and all this, that she's going to look back and go, wow, this is kind of a special thing. So
I can say that as I got older, a lot of the things that my mother thought I should be like sentimental about and be doing as a teenager or college student, that it definitely came much later that I went, that's what Mom was talking about. Oh, that's what Dad was talking about. That's why they got emotional. So definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you, everybody that has been on visiting with us. Make sure you give them some more shout outs, Billy. And
Marble Bounds, hello. She said hello to all of us. I'm trying to see anybody else that we missed that we didn't say hi to. Bradley Taylor was in. Valerie Lacey, hello. Kim Stindy asked me where my cigar was. I got on one a little while back and they were all, you're smoking in your house? And I was like, yes, I'm breaking all the rules. I pay the bills here. And the one time I'm going to smoke, I'm going to do that. Of course, for 3 days later, they were like, it still smells like cigars in here, Daddy. It smells terrible. I can't believe you did that. But
that's awesome. Tell Kim that I need, I'm waiting for his scheduling to come through. So he'll be, on this camp.
And Whitney said Travis is on. So shout out to Travis Fowler.
Hey, shout out Travis.
Giving me the Longhorn. So yeah. I'll do this. Love me some Longhorns. No, I've got great. I love my Longhorns. I love, Aggies and Longhorns get along. We all get along really well.
Yes, we do. It's kind of like multifamily. We love each other for all our quirks and sports loves and everything, and working together. I definitely believe that is the great thing about our industry, our bonds, for sure.
Yeah.
So again, thank you. I'm gonna wrap this up and want to like huge shout out to you for being like picking up the ball and helping me run with this so we can show people how camp is adjusting to the advancements of the world.
Mike Phelps jumped on. Hey, Mike Phelps.
Hi, Mike. And for everybody that is watching, please, in the comments, leave a question for Billy that you think, if this became a regular thing, what would be valuable to you as a, supplier partner of camps, or as a, client supplier partner? Is that right? The right term? Like,
sure.
Because I know you guys have different level, like, the folks that
we work with both. We work with both. We have people that supply us stuff, everything from flooring and maintenance supplies and things like that. But we also have our customers that we're selling to as well. So we're fortunate to be kind of in the middle. We have, again, supplier partners and owner partners.
Yeah, definitely. And this is just one of the many ways that I want, bringing my knowledge to the table, for you, with you guys, helping, hold the hand and share the knowledge that I've, learned, because that's the way we're going. It's definitely not going to go back to the old, after, what is it? Pre-COVID?
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, it's going to be anew, and there's going to be so many different new things that, like, I'm excited that you guys are willing to try and get out there. So I thank you so much, for doing this with me, and I'm excited to talk to Ronnie tomorrow. She is a trooper. Technology always seems like Murphy's Law. When you want technology to work, it doesn't, and you just kind of go, okay.
Yeah.
So most definitely. So you have any parting words, any parting thoughts, besides can't wait to see everybody at TAA in September? I don't know. Or HAA June the 4th or 5th. What did we say that was? 5th.
Yeah. No, I just want to say thanks for doing this. Thanks for getting us out of our comfort zone. I love when we can have little short things like this and learn from each other. I would love to see more companies do stuff like this. I appreciate you helping, lead our company into this. And we thank you very much for, again, just saying, hey, camp, you guys need to start doing this. It's easy. Let's go. And to follow your lead. So
thanks. Well,
I'd love to, thank everybody for taking a minute to listen to what we have to say. And hopefully it was, if you didn't get anything from it, you at least got to look at my shiny bald head. And more I'm realizing how shiny that thing is. So
definitely. And some entertaining tidbits and facts, like this really cool. If this is something you want to see camp bring back, please let them know in the comments. They need to know what you want to see at the next at TAA, or do you know when HAA has been moved to? I'm sorry, shiny penny moment.
I'm doing the same thing. I was just on the call and we talked about it. It's yeah, Amanda's gonna be mad because she's gonna pop up here and tell us.
She'll tell us.
We just had NAA redid theirs. Florida just redid theirs. Colorado just got today theirs. I mean, it's been the last 2 weeks of what show is on what day.
July 23rd, Amanda.
July 23rd. Thank you, Amanda. July 23rd is HAA. Austin's, I think, is the 20th of October. I mean, it's like every day we're getting more and more. So it's, we've got to stay flexible and be ready to go.
Yeah. And camp is. I thank you just as much for being willing to try these new things and let me, show you what I know to, make sure that camp's, brand and name and great culture, great people stay out there, on the forefront of everything that is the social media, like I would say.
we have some great supplier partners and some great management company partners that help make us who we are. So we couldn't out without all of them. So
absolutely.
Thank you very much.
So thank you. And everybody that joined us, shout out to again, TAA in September, HA July 23rd, and Austin we'll put some comments, we'll put some other association stuff in the descriptions for YouTube on the replay. So that way, if you guys have any questions, and until tomorrow when Ronnie is on with me, I believe we're doing a lunchtime. There will be no alcohol, maybe coffee or food, depending. So until tomorrow, folks, we appreciate you. We thank you for taking your time, and y'all stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Cheers.
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 Cheers.